Hello everyone. Welcome to day 36 of 365 days live with New. I am so excited and happy to be out on a walk today. As you can see, the sun is out and I love the sun. My name actually means the sun. So I am just so in alignment with my name and I love it. So welcome to my live. Today we are going to be talking about the art of slowing down. Or also, I was also gonna say like the art of being, but yeah, it's basically for me slowing down. So yeah, I just wanna come on here and share a little bit about what that means for me and my journey and my experience with slowing down. Um, and maybe some of you may resonate and maybe some of you may not, but it's still useful information anyway because you are bound to know someone who probably struggles with the same thing I do. So regardless, I always feel like what I share, what I teach is helpful no matter whether you identify with it or not. Right, because as my mentor says, we learn through either validation or contrast, which basically means that if you identify with me and you can learn through my experience, but if you don't identify with me, you are going to learn through contrast. You are going to learn about yourself through me, through identifying with the opposite or just something other than what I am sharing. So yeah, so let's get started. The art of slowing down. I feel like it has been a constant life challenge for me, or more like a life lesson. Hello. And yeah, walkers always on these paths. And there's a little doggy over there. I think he had a hurt leg. So yeah, but anyway. Yeah, so I feel like I have always struggled or found a challenge with slowing down, with and I feel like that has more doggies. That has to do with my childhood, of feeling like I needed to survive. Oh, hello. um, yeah, so I feel like, again, I feel like it started in my childhood where I always felt like there was this need for survival. And therefore, I felt like there was no time. There was no time to sit back and relax. And I think, at least for my design, how I took my childhood, took in my childhood experience is different than how my siblings did. And, oh, excuse me. Sorry for that. Because my parents are immigrants, and so am I. But I am now a citizen. And when we first moved here back in 1994, we were in a new country. My parents were scared. They didn't know what this country was like, and it was all about making sure we were safe and we were fed and we were able to survive. So that was a big, big part of my childhood, and I really took that on as like I have to be very alert in order for me to be safe or in order for us to survive. And I also had a lot of siblings, so a lot of younger siblings, so my parents were busy as well. And so I felt like just with that awareness of the type of childhood I had growing up, it didn't help with my uh my the pressure to go fast, the pressure to create, the pressure to produce and always be on doing something at all times. Because I would remember when I was a kid where I would be like, it would be like on a weekend and I would be sitting on the sofa and watching TV, right? And my dad, he would come into the living room and he would, share his opinion, and he would say that he wouldn't comment and say, tell me to go do something, that sitting and watching TV is not productive, and therefore it's not going to get you anything, it's not going to get you anywhere. And so, of course, as a little kid, I didn't like that. I wanted to watch TV, but I think that imprinted in my nervous system, or imprinted into my belief system, that that it's, if you relax and do nothing, then it's not safe. You're not going to be taken care of. You're not going to have a secure future. So I feel like that definitely did a lot to my belief system and just how safe I felt, enjoying and relaxing and being in the now. And so at least that's how I came out. And so I wanted to give you a little background on that um, because I think our childhood, I know that our childhood shapes us so much, um, shapes our belief system, how our nervous system feels, shapes what we believe is possible for us in our future. And so that's why I believe it's so important to have awareness and to be conscious and of all these factors that factor into who you are today, right? Oh wow, I'm walking on the train track and I see yesterday, well, the last 3 days, we've been having big like wind storms and rainstorms, and there is a tree that is down. Let me see if I can switch the camera around. No. Oh yeah, here. So we can't zoom in, but there's a tree that is down over there. Yeah. Oh wow. Anyway, um, yeah. So let's go back. Let's go back to why. Yeah. So the reason why I tell you that share that story about my childhood is that is, my need, the pressure to go and do started from a very young age for me, and with me having many things in my human design chart that supports, like, I have the gate of ambition, I have the gate of the fighter, I have the gate of fantasy, which is always like striving for new experiences, new things. um, I have the gate of extremes, so being able to swing on either side of the pendulum in terms of the extremities of life. I have a sacral, and I have an open, defined sacral. I have an undefined root center, which is the center for pressure, right? I have a lot of things as well in my chart that attributes to this. And so, um, this is all to say that we are very complex human beings, and just being able to understand the different facets of you is really going to help you navigate and make the best decision for yourself, so that, whatever your goal in life is, you can achieve it. So for me, it is to be able to enjoy life. And sometimes I feel like we get lost the in the busyness of things, to the point where we forget what the point of life is. And for me, and so I feel like it's not until we slow down that we remember what that point is for us, what our why is. And so I want you to slow down and ask yourself, like, what is the point of your life? What do you really honestly, what is your heart's desire um, for your life? Like, imagine yourself at your deathbed, like 90, 100 years old, and looking back on life, like, what is it that you would be proud of? What would you have any regrets on how you're living your life now, how you're showing up, and whether you're going for your dreams or not? I think doing that, you know, on a weekly basis is very healthy in terms of checking in with yourself and reminding yourself of what is important and why, right? When we stop and we slow down, we pause, it kind of like, I feel like it recalibrates me, and it allows me to get rid of all the noise, and really tune into like, yeah, oh yeah, like the point of my life is to enjoy the process, because it doesn't matter when I'm 100 years old and I'm on my deathbed that I have like millions of dollars, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that by the time I'm on my deathbed, like this amount of people knows me, or I have published this book, right? I don't think that would matter to me. What would matter to me at the end of the day, at the end of life, is how I felt throughout the whole time. And I do feel I am guilty of rushing through life and just sometimes obsessing. There's that word from my evolution gene key, the shadow, obsessing over what needs to be done, right? I can do that, and but at the same time, I can choose to acknowledge that it's there, that desire, that obsession of trying to figure out life, and I can still choose to shift into the perspective of, but I'm going to enjoy the process to figuring out what it is that I want to do or am meant to do. And so, yeah, I wanted to come share that because it's what I've been experiencing recently. It has been my life for this past few days, is just slowing down and not trying to always have a podcast on, not try to keep learning, not try to learn new things, not try to figure different ways to make money, not try to be of value or service to others, even, because I feel like I have a tendency to want to provide value to the world. And sometimes I forget to love myself and slow down for myself and give myself some space to just be, because in that space, in that slowing down, is when you can actually nourish yourself, really be in the moment and enjoy and be present. I think that's the most important part, is that when we rush, we're not present. We are just focused on the thing that's ahead in the future, whether that's in a few minutes, a few seconds, but we're not present. And I was watching an interview the other day, and this qigong master, he was talking about how slowing down is so important, even to the point of simply eating your food is important. And I was like, yeah, like I definitely, sometimes, most of the time, I eat my food very fast, like I'm just like, I enjoy it, but I feel like I don't chew it enough, and I don't enjoy it, and I don't savor it for very long before I swallow it. And it's, this is science, but the more you chew your food and mix it with your saliva and uh, do whatever needs to be done in the mouth before you swallow it, it actually has a lot of benefits. Like, it'll break down the food so that once it gets into your digestive system, it's actually easier for your body, your stomach, to digest it and process it. And then not only that, but it also helps your body register that you're eating, and then it helps you register how full you are before you overeat, right? So those are just some of the things that he mentioned, and I was, that's just so simple, but sometimes we forget, we're just so caught up, and that's why it's important to slow down, have a reminder to slow down, whether that's with a coach or mentor or friend, right? Or yourself, have some way of keeping yourself accountable for slowing down and being present, because, we're not guaranteed, we're not promised tomorrow. And so I just wanted to share that, because that's what I need to hear. So thank you for tuning into this live. I hope it was helpful to you or someone you know. And if you're interested in a human design reading, I still am doing those. So definitely check out the link in my link tree for the current offers. And yeah, human design will just help you really slow down. I really believe that it will help you slow down, and because it's human design is not going to just give you straight up answers. It'll it will force you to slow down and really evaluate your life and evaluate how it applies and how it shows up in your life. So not only does it do that, but also it's going to bring into your awareness different things that are beautiful, or maybe different things that you struggled with, and now you understand why you struggle with it. And it can give you a lot of pointers, a lot of things to contemplate, and a lot of things to just sit with as well. So I love human design and the Gene Keys, as the Gene Keys is newer, like I've been sharing. So I've been loving the Gene Keys as well. But if you feel called to get a human design reading or just learn more about it, I have a few videos on my YouTube channel already. Very basic and foundational, which is great. You can start there, or if you are ready to dive in deeper, get a better understanding of your chart, how it comes together, because in human design there are many different parts, aspects of your chart. If you want to understand those aspects all together, then that is when you can book a reading with me. So, and if you're just looking for a coach, a mentor, an accountability coach, someone to talk to, someone to process with, someone who can see your blind spots, and someone who can help keep you accountable and keep you I have this really initiative energy about me. I just have like the channel of initiation. I think that's what it's called. Um, where I just have this energy where I shock people into I initiate people into change and into wanting and desiring to be their better self. So I know that I have that strength, and that's one of the things that is very powerful about being around me and my energy. So if you feel like that is something that is going to help you, whether it's on a monthly basis, that we have calls, or weekly even, reach out, let me know, and we can get on a consultation call. I also have a link for that in my link tree. Um, but yeah, that is it for today. I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my walk. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna put away my AirPods and just really listen to nature and slow down. Maybe listen to some nice music. But yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful walk. So oh wow, it's actually flooding over here. Let me show you. Um, can you see? Oh my god, it's flooding, so I can't go through here. I have to go up there. But look at that. There's water over there, so I can't go through there, but I can go up here. But anyway, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you for tomorrow's live. All right, have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.